Welcome to Remnant 101 at the City on a Hill Church. I'm Associate Pastor Benji Lalayan. God's remnant recognizes that God is just. I have one verse that I want to read in Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18. It says, "Therefore the Lord will wait, that he may be gracious to you, and therefore he will be exalted, that he may have mercy on you. For the Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are all those who wait for him." And one of the things that's noted here and maybe a little difficult to recognize is the relationship between God's justice and his blessing. And one of the things that's become a common misconception about God's judgment is that people think that it's simply referring to sending people to heaven or hell. That's definitely a part of it, which is why the salvation of Christ is so essential. But if that's what people think that God's justice is limited to, then what do they think that God uses to govern the lives of people on earth? Well, in a word, fairness, being fair. It's what people use to divvy up responsibilities, discipline, even food portions and other things among children, employees, and people in general. People use fairness in some way pretty much every day. But what's hard for people to grasp is that fairness is limited to man's ideas and is completely based on man's opinion. Fairness in its totality is man-made. Fairness, in fact, is what the devil uses to convince people that they know how God does things, or how God should do things according to their mind, or even worse, that they know better than God. But we see throughout the Bible, and even today, that God's justice is what he uses for everything. Every decision, every punishment, every blessing, like I said earlier. And just is the way that we describe who God is, because just surrounds everything he does. We here on earth need to be going after his blessings, health, wealth, prosperity, happiness, to have in our lives for us and our families. So that makes it important for us to understand that our receiving God's blessings is based on justice, not fairness, like I said in the beginning. Now, where do we play a part in God's justice? Very simple. God's judgment rules in our favor when we do things his way. God's spiritual law is eternal. Where there's law, there's justice. That's all over the Bible. How do we end up on the right side of justice for the betterment of our lives? Do what God's law, his word, tells us. Be holy, for he is holy. Consider whether you're pleasing or exalting God in every decision that you make. Make God's glory a priority over your own personal desires. God will make sure that you're taken care of and happy. Separate yourselves from the world. Exhibit loyalty to God. Choose to be a part of God's remnant. Show reverence to God and his justice, and let God show himself strong on your behalf. God bless you.